Welcome to another unboxing. Arrived today, the 29th of March 2023. Darwin's Journey, the collector's edition. What can I say? Lots of goodies. This is going to be the first thing to open up. Take everything else out of the way. Here we go. Let's have a look at this beautiful playmat. Now, of course, playmats, we love them. We all love them. And most of us love them. I know some people don't. But storing them is a problem, right? Particularly ones that are unique sizes compared to everything else. And game mats often are. The game-specific mats often are. So this comes in a cardboard tube, and it makes me so excited. I didn't realise it was going to come in a cardboard tube. Storage problem solved. And oh, look, it's a little hard work there. What is that? No piece of paper. It's a little hard work. There we go. I guess that will even up. A bit of air pressure going on. Can you hear me straining? There we go. Disappointing there wasn't a big at the end, don't you think? Lovely. Oh, it's a telescope, isn't it? Look. Lovely. What do we have inside? Stitched on the edges. Marvellous. Let's see how readable it is. A bit more of a pop there. Exciting sounds. And 2 playmats in here too. Look at that. Of course, the print is a little softer compared to a printed board, which is fair enough. But everything's perfectly readable. That makes me happy. And it's double-sided. Marvellous. And here we have the other half, or the other part of the board as a playmat. And again, this one is also double-sided. As you can see, the pattern here is very different. Excellent. Very nice feel. 3 mils, I think. Lovely heavy playmats in a tube. I tell you what, the rest of the game could be utter rubbish and I'd be perfectly happy. No, not entirely. But you know what I mean. Playmats. Lovely. All right. Collector's edition. Up we go. Underglyph Games, this one. Okay, I wasn't expecting things to be all a bit loosey-goosey. Lots of multiple layer boards. Here is the actual board version. Oh, what is this for though? Because it's quite small, but does it cover everything? Oh, it does. Look at that. It folds out in all kinds. It's like an origami board. It's twice as large as... I'm never going to get that in shot, but you get the idea. You've seen the rest of it. It looks kind of it's got a hand textured finish to it, which is really nice. Okay, how on earth do I put this back? There we go. Go with the folds. You see, I wonder, so we see a lot of board here, quite heavy, a lot of board here, and then just one board in the middle. I would have concerns that it's going to, over time, opening this and closing it. So I'm happy that I opted for the addition of the playmat. This is a horrifically heavy piece of printing, which worries me a little bit. So we'll see. Card summaries on the back. How many pages do we have? 6? No, I think that's... it's not going to tell us how many pages because each section is this an expansion? Okay, so the main game is 35 pages. That's more than 10 more than most of the games I have. But as you can see, lots of large pictures, very clear pictures. The text isn't particularly dense, except for that page. And all right, this one's going to be, you know, set some time aside. Look at this. I'm going through backwards. I'm going through this thing backwards like a human. I'm reading the news or something. It's going to be, so set some time aside to really learn it properly. Marvelous. Lenses, and these are intriguing. Little lenses, kind of reflecting the lenses there. We have the collector's edition. I don't know whether this was a Kickstarter exclusive or whether it's part of the collector's edition, but little wooden lenses. There we have the setup. Lots of little areas for things to happen. I'm guessing this is going to be relatively complex. And we have expansions in the back, so that explains the additional stuff. Lovely production, feels nice, good paper, the usual stuff. Player aid. Looks like only one though, right? Oh, this is oh my god. This is like the densest player aid I have ever seen. It looks more like a reference though on the inside. It's it has references to cards, specifically goals, time penalties, crew cards, animal companion mini expansion, great ship mini expansion. Okay, so I'm going to say that we have the game summary on the back here. Again, that's quite a lot. So game actions, you know, there's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 different actions you can do. Oh boy. Even more objective actions. Main board modifier. Oh. Yeah. Let's go to the main punchboards. Not too many of them. What have we got? 4. Somebody's trying to escape over here. What are you up to? There you go. Put you over there. Nice and safe. So these are the standard lenses, I guess. But if we go and look at the wooden version, you see you can actually see through them, sort of. I don't think you're meant to see through them. I think they're meant to kind of show things up. You can see enough through it to be effective. So the actual lens, exactly the same size as the token. And clearly lenses for each player, because there are 1, 2, 3, 4 colors in there. This is a wonderful player game. Different color tokens, obviously player tokens. Perhaps it works out 1 sheet per player or something. Now these, so obviously the players are asymmetric to some extent, or perhaps the players are asymmetric to some extent, because if we look at this one in here, here we have a 668 and here a 466. But I guess whether that is player specific or not, it remains to be seen. But certainly this color is player specific. I doubt these would be. Bags. Lovely. Nice organization. Let's turn this around so I can see what's what. Each individual panel. I'm not entirely fussed with this kind of plastic. This kind of stuff, you know, over time it gets splits in it in those areas. I kind of wonder why they can't bring supports out. It's obviously something to do with the manufacturer. Maybe these are kind of pushed, extruded through. Is it extruded? No, it wouldn't be extruded, would it? It'd be something else. Whatever. Someone tell me what the process is of when they make these kinds of things. So I often find these might split over time. But I guess they'll be handled. Look at these little bugs. They are little bugs. So these are the little animals that we can... Oh, these are cute. Right, we have books and bugs and clocks. Let's get a few so you can see them. They're rather nice. They're kind of a silvery print on the wood pieces. You know, the bugs have quite some detail in them too. Here we have some ships. It's kind of a silhouette of a ship, right? Yeah. Some fascinating cubes. Look at that. Best bit of the game. And we have some more ships. Okay, the ships are... Well, they're not all printed. So that one seems to be printed, but not the others. I wonder what's going on there. And I don't see any prints on any of those either. Could that be a problem? Could that be an error? And there is a black ship there. I'm going to suggest that is, and these pieces here, which seem to be unique. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm going to suggest there's something to do with the single player game. What are these? These are little tents where you can set up camp. You see the white one there. Okay, a little bit concerning on those ships, but we'll see. We'll look it up. See what we can find. Here we have some very small lots going on. Now, I'm not inclined to call that a meeple because it isn't the traditional meeple shape. Okay, so it might be some player pawn. P-A-W-N, before you ask. These much more like meeples. I'm gonna rank those as meeples. Ooh, quite a bit of weight here. It's a nice snug fit on the lids. Quite pleasing. So we have grip lock bags. So I'm kind of wondering, why do we need grip lock bags if we have got all of these nice organisers? A couple of drawstrings, one much smaller than the other. And this one obviously has boats going in it. Metal coins. Oh no, let's go for wood first, come back. Cubes. And some more meeples, maybe part of an expansion. Who knows? We have some clear plastic tokens. Look very much like candy. And these are plastic seals. Oh, these feel nice. Feel more like silicone than plastic. So on one side they have a different pattern, and it's seals as in wax seals, you know, for sealing documents and the like. Quite a few of them, clearly one set for each player with, and each one has different icons on them as well. Cards, we'll get to those. Right, coins, 5s and 1s. Nice weight to them. There is front and back. Let's see for those. There's a little trickier to see. They're kind of dark, so it's harder to see the pattern on those. But visually, I guess, I mean, both size and color, they do contrast the 5. So there's no reason to be able to have to look at the pattern on there. 2 decks of cards, obviously serving different purposes. You see how I deduced that with my very own brain. Didn't have to Google it or anything. Oh, no, you see there's a pull tie that didn't work. Oh, tight fit. A bit of damage on that card there. You see it? But it looks like nothing's broken or anything, so I'll have to see whether I will need to get a replacement for that one. Looks like it might be scoring or automa or something like that. In which case, I might end up sleeving them, because I find that automa cards tend to be handled a little bit more. These are perhaps objective cards. Get 2 of those, 2 of those, and 1 of those, and you'll get +8 coin, maybe. You'll get a boot and a walking stick. Not sure what you're going to do with that. Obviously, movement. There's a meeple. There's a glass and a letter, and that's obviously one of these cards. So maybe you'll get another card. Boat. Lovely. Isn't it fun trying to guess all these things and then realizing when you go and play it that you've got it completely wrong? You see it again. Look at that. Okay, well, it did finish itself off properly. Okay, these are mostly the same. Some more objectives. And these have different backs too. So we have Darwin's Journey. There's a few of these cards. 4 of them. Player 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's a little P1, P2, P3, P4 in the corner. So I'm guessing they're starting cards of some kind. That appears to be a one-off. Great ship. There are a few of those. The artwork's quite dark, isn't it? I mean, there's quite a lot, not dark as in subject matter, but dark in tone. And it'll be interesting to see how that looks on the table. Gameplay and setup. Mini expansion instructions. Okay, so that was mini expansion. We got another one of those. There's 4 of these. B1, B2, B3, and B4. More Darwin's Journey cards. Again, these what I think must be objectives. Or at least bonuses once you achieve that level. There's some kind of counting or scoring or keeping track of resources, maybe. And yellow ones now. Okay, now this is intriguing. Let's see what those are. Again, more of these. What I feel are objectives. Oh, this is nice. What a lovely back on that. Nice bit of artwork. Stands out a little bit from the others, which is a little bit odd. Okay, so there's a nighttime version too. I'm going to suggest nighttime. Maybe not. It's just the colouring, right? So this is land. And this is sea, yeah? That makes sense entirely. I'm not even going to try and think about what that is. That's some kind of clock shape. It's similar on this side. And the fact there's an arrow shape there kind of suggests that something related here can be spent in order to gain those benefits, perhaps. All right, let's get that out of the way. Let's open this. It's all sealed up. Opening very carefully. So another two punch boards in here. Obviously a lot smaller. Some very nice double-sided player boards. And on the back, well, I'm going to guess that relates to the automa or the bot. I wonder if there's any difference between them. It doesn't look like it. They look identical. So I have seen that on other games. You may have seen the same where the player boards have a bot board on the back of them. What about these? Are these the same? Are they identical? Certainly looks that way. So I'm kind of surprised that the bot is on the back of each of them. Yes, doesn't look like there's beyond a little bit of coloration for the player. It doesn't look like there's anything special on there. That's a small punch board. We have a few more. I have a feeling these are going to end up in a face down pile and we'll draw them. Some little strips, and three of them, interestingly enough. I wonder why three. I'm just going to pop these out so you can see. It's just a strip. Now I wonder where that's going to go. And that is intriguing that there's three. I almost thought there should be four, one for each player perhaps, but no. Now, these look very similar to the tokens, the more deluxe tokens for, which I think are for the bot. Maybe not. They refer to these cards, don't they? Look. Look. Do my greatest Sherlock Holmes here, look. I know you're not impressed, but, you know, grateful for small mercies these days. So, I think those tokens relate to those cards, right? Time will tell. Next we have a pack of premium sleeves, 100 euro size, 80 microns. They're just clear sleeves. Okay, I'm going to assume that you've seen clear sleeves before, and we're not going to have to go each individual one and show it to you. Complaints down below. Falmouth Port. Personal boards. Okay, so there's some additional personal boards. How do we get this open onto top box? So maybe this would explain some of the additional pots in here, because it looks like we've got way too many of these. What's going on? Ooh. This is a really unusual shaped box, don't you think, for an expansion? Some punchies. Nice foam. So actually the box was too big. And four boards. Falmouth. I'm actually going to be not too far away from Falmouth next week for a short vacation. And some dudes on horses. And some more boats. And here we have a small instruction leaflet, very much a leaflet, covering the Falmouth board expansion. Look, it doesn't even fill the whole thing up. Text isn't too small. That should be nice and straightforward. Well, there we have it. Darwin's Journey, Collector's Edition. Just arrived. Hope you've enjoyed having a look at what's in the box, listening to me not having a clue about most of it. If you like this, please do subscribe. Click that bell button to get notifications as well. It really does help get a little bit more exposure. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again real soon.